Guys, I'm back. This one really quick video. Man, I always say I'm gonna make a quick ass video, but it's never fucking quick. Anyways, people are positioned better than I've ever seen it at the bottom or during a recess cycle. And now the economic macro cycle is about to turn, right? Sun, rain, yin, yang, everything always works in a big circle. We're about to turn to a boom cycle. We're about to expand. Um, so we're about to go from recession to expansion. And I've never seen so many people so well positioned at that turn ever. Typically, what happens is that oh man, come on, man. I don't know why the fuck it does that. It needs to just stay on text the whole time, right? Like nobody's gonna really draw. Anyways, um, fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say. Typically, shrink it a little bit. Typically, when economy is in recess, cycle stages, people run out of money near the end. Um, or have none, or yada yada yada. Right? That's typically people don't have more or still. Okay, let me fucking write that in a separate sentence. That's fucking crazy. People typically don't have more or still a lot more money during a recess and expansion. And we are in the opposite. We began, we hit the top and we began recessing, and people got more money right at the top, and they kept it. It's 50-50. So this is what's going on. And this is not going to be a short video. I mean, it's going to be relatively short. It's going to be under 10 minutes, but still. EIDL. Okay. Fuck that. Let's put cash refis first, because that's the meat. Let's delete that. Okay. Let's go. Cash out refis. All right. You know, it just is what it is, because I don't gatekeep, and I keep it real. I'm authentic. Most people aren't going to tell you they took either one of these. The reason being is because people, when they feel like they earn money, it's human psychology, like mass psychology. And this is probably, whoopty whoop, not trying to go into my background, but I have a pretty good like EQ, SQ thing going on here in the brain. I just can read in between the lines, rooms, whatever, psychology really well, mass psychology. What happens is when people feel like they earn their money, they have they they're not afraid to share uh, their skill, their industry, or their path on how they make their money or made their money when they feel like they earned it. When they feel like they didn't earn it, when people feel like they earn their money, they um, uh, they are open to sharing their industry, skill, or skill that earned it. Right? When people feel like they didn't earn it, they didn't earn it, they gatekeep. They keep everything a secret. Right? Well, some examples. PPP. Right? Some examples of that. Let's go. Unemployment. UE during COVID 2020. PPP during 2020. People were making money. These, right? Wasn't nobody fucking saying shit about these things. Nobody. During the time, Nobody said anything. Literally, nothing, not a word. But people were showing, things that they were buying and flaunting and stuff, but not a single word. You know what's funny now is 2 years later, almost three years later, it's literally a meme. Like, oh, y'all motherfuckers going to jail now for taking the PPPs. But at the time, not a single soul said it, and now millions are using it as a meme. It's so funny because they didn't feel like they earned it, so they gatekeep it. It's just a human psychology thing. Same thing with here, right? So, same thing is going on with this stuff. Cash out refi, EIDL. Okay. So nobody's going to tell you they did it, but what's crazy is 1 out of 50 people roughly got $265,000 free, risk free. I've done a whole bunch of scenarios and circumstances and uh, I forgot what the fuck you call it, but a scenario, likely scenario charts with probabilities. There's only a very, very, very small chance that this was a bad move. It's a very, very, very big chance that if you did not take a cash out refi um, during 2021, if you did not, was a terrible move, terrible bad move. There is zero downside in most scenarios. Zero downside. As long as you got really low interest rates, low house payments, as long as you can afford it with a decent job, zero downside. Zero, absolutely zero downside. This was free, basically. You just got $265,000 for free. Let me also write this. 4.5 million people got it. Got 265,000 average. Okay, in 2021. So this is most of it was late 2021. The population is roughly 350 million. 4.5. That's like one in like 70, 60, 50, 70 people, depending on what part of town, what area you live in. But I'm just gonna say 150 people got this. That's an insane amount. I personally know like 5 people that got 260,000 or more. I know of 2 other people. Of course, they're not going to share it, but I know of 2 other people that have done it. That's an insane amount of people with $265,000. I, long story short, created an app, self-taught how myself to build it, built it, got people to build it even more, busted my ass on marketing for years, sold it. Although, like, I didn't sell it, I let it go downhill before I sold it. So I didn't sell it at the right time. It could have been a lot more, but I did all that work and everything, and I got a little bit more than that. These people, 1 in 50 people, got what I did. Didn't increase their value, didn't increase their skill set, didn't increase what I call like a personal GDP or anything like that. With like mouse clicks and like less than an hour, maybe 30 minutes of if that's even considered work, and a signature, which takes like 2 mouse clicks and like that's it. Um, it's probably a little off balance. I will say that intrinsically, that uh, abstractly, there probably is going to be a little bit of something that's going to bite them in the butt later, but it just depends on how you spent it. Most people, I will say, probably spent it by spending a little bit, 30% maybe on renovations or Airbnb or something. I mean, the smart ones, I'd say, okay, let me take that back. I'd say 50% probably did it really smart. Conservatively, just saved it all, never spent it, got cash flow and jobs, and just sat on it. Didn't let the bear market eat away any of it, and just sat on it. And now they're positioned so well. The other half bought some renovations, which of course, probably went all down a little bit in value overall with the housing market. bought an Airbnb with the entire thing, which of course went down, or they did a combination of buying reservation and renovations and buying a shitload of consumer goods like tennis shoes and a bunch of trips and a bunch of stuff that amount to a bunch of nothing. But the kicker is none of this is going to bite them in the ass at all, not even close. Like in all my scenario maps, it doesn't. It's had 0% risk downside. It was 0% risk. That's kind of scary, when you think about it. But this is the reason why the car market has not crashed. Why car market not crashed? Why people can afford $1,000 plus payments a month on a car? This is why nobody. This is this is how. Literally, you post it right now on your stories. How y'all still afford these $1,000 plus car payments when y'all bought a car at the top of the market, buying a $90,000 Tesla that's worth 40 today, brand new from Tesla. Um, ask them. Nobody's going to answer you. Not a single person is going to answer you how they afford that. But you know why. But they are very well positioned, is what I'm saying, and it's a lot of people. This I personally know of two people that got a confirmed 400,000 or more. One person that got 200 more. I didn't get a fucking cent of it. I didn't get a cent. I didn't get a cent of this. I didn't get a cent of cash. I just kind of went backwards. Which is all crazy because not trying to. Where am I at? Limits. Things just didn't work out for me. Even against the lottery numbers thing, right? Like it's a gift and a curse. So it's a curse. It didn't do well. Anyways, no. But this is 4.5 million people again with an average of $100,000. Okay, this is a loan, but you pay the loan back. I mean, it's just a great loan, like a student loan. Like it's just one of the best loans that you could ever get. And you use that capital, you build something. You're an entrepreneur. Most entrepreneurs got this. 4.5 million entrepreneurs got this. Open up a shop. Those people that you see in 2021, I mean 2022 last year, or even all of this year that built something, launched something like a shop, something that took a lot of capital. You wonder where. Here it is. 4.5 million. One in 50 people. One in 50 entrepreneurs. This much, at least minimum. But this is the average. Um, hey man, I don't know, bro. This people are positioned really fucking well for coming out of for coming. Bro, why is it doing that? Why won't you just keep it on the text? Like nobody's people are using this text thing right here. Guaranteed probably 90% of the time. All this other stuff is like 10, if that. So just keep it just default. Like anytime a disco, just default back to text. Boom, go back. Anyways, uh, lost my thought. Oh yeah, coming out of an economic recess, expansion, contraction. Ooh, coming out of a people are positioned like this. This did we ever contract? Oh yeah, there's a lot of losers. It's not a zero sum game. I mean, it is a zero. Sorry, it's a zero sum game. This isn't zero sum game. So yes, lots of losers. Lots of losers. I myself being one of them, but whatever. Lots of losers. Many losers. Many small ones. Many mediums. Mediums. Some very large. Some lives destroyed. But you know, just is what it is. Coming from a coming from a loser talking about it. Just is what it is, man. I didn't do well. Got caught up in the wrong side, but it's okay. I know that the economy is going. yin yang, it's cycling over to expansion and or already started because I think the GDP actually rose, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, I mean the overall tide's coming up. Overall tide, overall tide is going back up. It doesn't matter what these people are doing. You're gonna have more money. You're gonna make a shitload of money. It's crazy. We're about to hit an economic expansion cycle, turning into one with it's about to be roaring twenties. It's about to be roaring twenties. It's crazy. If you play your cards right, you're gonna be the one of the some of the 1%. If you play your cards right, yep. If you play your cards right, you'll be some of the 1%. Remember the wealth gap widened during the last roaring twenties. The rich got richer, poor got poorer. It's kind of like Gotham City, why the eventually the poor people got so poor that they started resenting the rich a lot and started committing crimes and organized crimes and stuff like that. But yeah, it's roaring twenties all over again. It's gonna be a crazy one. But anyways, that's it, man. That's my video. Of course, I was supposed to keep it short, but it's only under 20 minutes. Crazy thing is like I make these videos and like I make them for me, to be honest with you. Like I do want people to watch them, but like I just need a brain dump this stuff. Like I text it sometimes, the group chat stuff. I just want to brain dump it and let the passion out and be able to like revisit it. You know what I'm saying? And so like it's a good therapy for me. And so um I feel like I drop a lot of knowledgeable value and a lot of stuff. People may not quite see what I see at the time, like right now. Hindsight, if I see this video for 2 years from now, what the fuck was I think I should listen to him? But it, right now, like if it's November 2nd and you're listening to what I'm saying, probably like, what the fuck is he talking about? It could happen, could not. Like it's one of those things. But um, yeah, like it's cool. Like the longer the video is, the like less like people are inclined to stay the whole time. But like the people who do stay, like you're rewarded. If you if you listen and kind of agree with some of the stuff that like perspectives and stuff, and you're like, okay, cool. And then if it does happen, which I think it's gonna happen, and I've my rate has been pretty good so far on tremendously crazy things. But if you do, you get tremendously rewarded, which is cool. So it's almost like a barrier to entry. Like watching my content, like if you watch the whole thing, like that's the barrier, and then boom. You know what I mean? Like it keeps everybody out. They're like, I'm not gonna watch this shit from some fucking random Joe on YouTube with no views. Like, but if you watch it, it's crazy. Anyways, fuck. I feel like Howard Stark at the end of the video when he's like, okay, Tony, you are my greatest creation. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, yeah, yeah. He's spitting that real shit. But that's all, man. That's it, deuces.